If you want to lose weight fast, if you have tried absolutely everything and nothing has worked so far, watch this video. I didn't do any food restrictions during my 36-12 fasting method. I lost 7 pounds in 6 days. I am looking down on my notes so that I don't miss anything. So I am covering the topic of fasting for fat burning, using your period cycle and your hormones to fast track your weight loss. So if you're already fasting and you're not seeing any results so far, you've either gained all the weight back, you have irregular period cycle, your hormones are all over the place, this is because you're probably not syncing it to your cycle. So this video is going to be part 1 of 2 videos that I'm going to be releasing. This video I'm going to be telling you what is what, and then part 2 is more of a visual. I'm going to take you guys along on how I actually fasted. The 36-12 method. Let us cover 2 major hormones that you have is estrogen and progesterone. Estrogen is the hormone that signals your body to go into ovulation mode. But estrogen does not like carbs. Too much of it causes a lack of estrogen production. So it stops your body from making estrogen. And long term, that can cause you to gain weight. If your body goes into panic mode, essentially it's gonna start shoving all the estrogen in pockets of fat in your body. So you'll see weight gain in areas like your belly fat, your arms, your thighs. Are phases in your menstrual cycle when estrogen is at peak and when it is at a low. When estrogen is at a peak, depending on the cycle and depending what you're doing during that time of your cycle, you will either want to fast and work out like crazy, or you're gonna want to detoxify it. Certain foods that you can eat to help detoxify and break down estrogen. Feel free to take the screenshot, the list that I've created. Those are the foods that can help you break down that estrogen and detoxify it at certain points of your cycle. Progesterone is another hormone that signals you to shed your lining. This is the hormone that starts building up the week before your period, for the reason being that you crave all the carbs. So it does love carbs. You want to be eating carbs. It's progesterone's time to rise and shine. Foods to eat to nurture the buildup of progesterone are basically your comfort food, but not bad comfort food. You can have potatoes, sweet potato, yam, squash,
lentils like black beans, citrus fruits like grapefruits.
You can feel free to screenshot the list. Without building up your progesterone, you can have really sluggish feeling PMS symptoms, and it might even cause you to have an irregular cycle because a delay of building up your progesterone right before your period, it causes it to not reach the climax point to give the signal to your body to shed that lining. So 2 small hormones that we're going to be talking about is cortisol, which is essentially just your stress hormone. Testosterone is another hormone that is present during our menstrual cycle, and it gives us motivation, it gives us all the energy and libido, and when it is around, you want to do all the muscle building exercises. Understanding your cycle and how to use it to your advantage. First day of your period is the first day of your cycle. But before we get into the segment, I would love to invite you to subscribe to this channel, hit the red button down below for more health, wellness, and lifestyle type videos. And please give this video a thumbs up. It really helps with the algorithm, and it'll probably boost this video to somebody who is struggling to lose weight and wants to lose weight as well. Women's cycles are all different. For this video, I am going to assume that you have 1, a regular cycle, and 2, you know your cycle. I personally use an app called Ovia in the app store that I found. It's free. Our cycles are broken down essentially into 4 segments. There's day 1 to 10, day 11 to 15, day 16 to 19, and then day 20 until the first day that you bleed. It just varies from person to person. Day 1 to 10. So on day 1, estrogen is slowly building up to reach its peak on day 10. So during this time, you really want to avoid carbs as much as possible and avoid foods that are high in sugar, because you want to focus on building that estrogen to day 10. Progesterone is low anyhow, so your craving should be at a minimum. This is the perfect absolute time that you're going to be fasting for 13 up to 72 hours. Go on crazy workout. Whatever you do it on days 1 to 10. Days 11 to 15, you are in your ovulation phase. Testosterone is in the building. You have the motivation, the energy, and libido, and this is the perfect time to do muscle workouts. You could still hit up the gym, but don't go crazy. Do a little bit more of the muscle and strength building exercises. Estrogen is at its peak and progesterone is low. At this point, you don't want to focus on building up and producing the hormones. You want to do more of the breaking down and detoxifying your estrogen. You also want to decrease your fasting from 13 to 15 hours. Day 16 to 19, you want to do your longer fast here again. This is the time where it's like your second power up, amp up phase of your cycle. You can definitely do a 17-hour plus fasting here. It just stimulates autophagy, and autophagy is essentially when your cells are like, oh no, this person's not eating, my body's not eating, so I'm gonna go and get rid of all the dirt cells, all the bad cells, any fats. I'm gonna get rid of all of that because that's what I need to survive off, so I'm gonna eat it. But again, at this stage, you want to keep your glucose low, so try to stay off the carbs. Extreme workouts are highly favored from days 16 to 19. Last part of your cycle is days 20 to the first day that you bleed. Absolutely zero fasting. This is where progesterone, it builds up to becoming really high, and then estrogen is lower. So this is the time you nurture your hormones and heal your body. So don't go ham, don't go crazy. This is the time for your body to relax and nurture your body. Your workout should be like yoga, long walks, easy hikes. You also want to decrease cortisol. Remember cortisol, your stress hormones? So cortisol essentially is a product of stress, and stress causes your body to deplete progesterone. So if you've ever had a delayed period because you've been in high stress environments, that could be the reason, or it could be other hormonal imbalances as well. You want to be eating all the comfort foods here. These starchy foods, squash, beans, lentils, help build up your progesterone in the best possible way. Glucose helps with increasing progesterone to reach its peak for you to shed. Do fasting do's and don'ts. Do absolutely cycle sync. Download a app that lets you track your cycle. You do not eat anything that spikes your sugar, because the moment that you spike your sugar during a fast, you broke your fast and you have to start over again. Schedule your fasting time near nighttime when you're about to sleep, and then take supplements when you're fasting, especially if you're doing like 72-hour fast. There is an electrolyte packet I take and a magnesium supplement I take, and I show you how I do all of that in the next video. Don't fast a week before your period, because you're gonna be doing more damage than good to your body. Having said that, I hope you found this video very informative and helpful, and hopefully it was broken down enough for you guys. Stay tuned for part 2, and I show you my routine during fasting, how I maximize my weight loss during the time that I was fasting, what I ate. Remember that I didn't do any food restrictions during my 36-12 fasting method. Again, like I said, I lost 7 pounds in 6 days. So I hope to see you on the next video, and thank you guys so much for watching.